by history standings. I mean, we're talking historically extremely strong out there, and again, this thing's barreling down on Mexico.
I mean, get this, the barometric pressure in the center of this thing, measured by hurricane hunters, 25.96 inches of mercury. We've never seen it that low on this side of the earth, and only one time in the history of record keeping of the entire globe. That's why we're spending so much time on this. We appreciate your patience. If you're waiting for that weekend forecast, it's coming up in your local on the 8s.
All right, well, as we focus in on Patricia, we want to bring in Heather Vaughan. She's an American tourist in Punta de Mita, Mexico, just north of the big town of Puerto Vallarta. And Heather, I'm sure this was not a vacation plan that you had, but can you give us a sort of an update on what the situation is like for you right now?
Absolutely. This was not my vacation that I planned. I'm terribly sorry about that. But, you know, what do? These things type happen, you know. So right now we're preparing. We're all huddled in a room that the hotel staff feels is the safest place here at Punta de Mita, the Four Seasons. There's about 472 of us in here. We're kind of have makeshift bunks. I'll take you down to the floor so you can kind of see where we're going to be sleeping tonight. They gave us like duvet comforters, if you would, and pillows. They've given us bottles of water. They have food on hand for us. You can see kind of a to-go container over there, some food that they're giving us. We're filling up on guacamole and tortillas and tons of chips and tomatoes and, you know, typical Mexican foods. But at this point, you know, we're doing pretty well. A lot of us are playing cards. We're getting to know each other. There's a couple near me that they're celebrating their 1-year anniversary. They actually got married here a year ago. So, you know, the spirits are high here at this point. We're just kind of waiting to see what happens.
Heather, we anticipate that you're going to be spending the night in that same room where you are now. Is that right?
Yes, and I'm a little bit claustrophobic, so I'm not really looking forward to that. But, you know, it is what it is. We're just trying to make the best of things. The hotel staff here, they are updating us about every hour and letting us know kind of what's going on outside. At this point right now, it is just raining. We're expecting heavier rains later on, probably around 5 p.m. Central Time. And then they think that the weather, you know, as far as the winds, you guys probably have more accurate readings than we do here in this room. But they're thinking probably tropical storm, Category 1 will hit us here. Hopefully we'll be able to go back to our rooms later, you know, sometime overnight, but we're not exactly sure. They're wanting everyone to stay here and get really up close and personal with each other.
Now, Heather, do you feel that the staff has been communicating with you well? We've heard stories from other towns along the coast where maybe that night was not the case. Do you feel like they're doing the job to sort of keep you guys safe?
Let me just answer that twofold. They're doing everything to keep us safe here. I really feel like they're reaching out. There are people here that live in Puerto Vallarta, that their families are probably at risk. They live further south, but they're here trying to take care of us. So I will give, you know, tip my hat off to the people here at Four Seasons. I think there was a little bit of delayed communication yesterday. We didn't really know much about it. One of my friends told me about the storm. I can speak Spanish, so I was talking to some people that are locals here in Spanish, and they told me not to worry. And that was kind of the same attitude that I got throughout the day until I pulled a gentleman aside and kind of showed him and spoke to him in Spanish and showed him the map. And at that point, his whole demeanor changed, and he just said to me in Spanish, "Yeah, we're going to get hit here." And he was just kind of a little bit timid after that point, and he didn't really say a whole lot, and he left. So I do think that there was a lack of communication at first, but since, you know, we've learned about it being, you know, a Category 5, and we've just kind of have more of an idea of where it's going to hit now, things have been really ideal. They've really been keeping us informed. Like I said, they're giving us a press update every hour on the hour, keeping us informed of what's going on.
Heather Vaughan, you have been very helpful in keeping us apprised of what's going on. We hope it's a safe night for you and your family, and so you can get back to your vacation.
Thank you.
All right, yeah, I tell you, you make your vacation plans, you're all